Hello, I'm Lugotorix and welcome to part 3 of the Ireland Challenge campaign on Rome Total War. The campaign where we're role-playing as Ireland, but we don't currently own Ireland yet. It's currently July at the moment, a little bit awkward. We will sort that out at some point, but probably we have bigger things on our mind at the moment. And, well, I'll summarise quickly what happened last episode. If you don't know what's going on, if you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, really you should go back and watch them because a lot has happened in the first 2 episodes. But last time we managed to successfully defend Londinium twice, and our old drunk faction leader Cadarin of Genava, who was a bit useless the whole time, actually turned out to be a bit of a hero, which was nice. We then went up and we tried to take Eburacum, I believe, and we failed, but in doing so we killed the last remaining British family member, meaning that Eburacum and Deva became rebel and the British are no more. And so we had to come back down and we were a bit stuck. We had no money at all. And we thought, what are we going to do? We can't recruit anything. We have barely any force. And the Brutii basically just left Samarobriva completely unguarded, apart from one troop, which was Galerius the Lucky, who turned out to be not so lucky in the end. So we took Samarobriva, we sacked it, got a load of money, and that's where we are now. And at the end of last episode, I was sort of debating what I should do next. Should I go and try and take Britain, try and take the rebel settlements, the new rebel settlements? Or, of course, I was looking at Alesia and Condate Redonum, which have 3 and 2 units of troops in respectively. And I've come to the decision, I had a little think about it, that I'm going to ignore these places for now. I think it's too risky to overextend myself into Roman territory. I do want to keep Samarobriva if I can. We have a little force here, led by Sinon of Itius Portis, and in Londinium we have a little force led by Casticos of Arausio. So my plan for today is that Casticos, who is pretty inexperienced, he's not really got much going on about him, he is going to try and retake Great Britain and make it ours. As for Ireland, well, that's Julia. It's going to be a bit more difficult, so maybe we'll leave that for another time. We're going to try and take these 2 settlements here off the rebels, so that's going to be his job. As for the faction leader, the Sinon of Itius Portis, he's going to stay in Samarobriva, he's going to recruit some troops, and maybe at the end of the episode we'll think about going towards one of the Roman settlements. So, okay, so let's get started. I actually don't think there's much more we can do this turn because this navy can't move, so we can't transport the troops from Samarobriva up to the north where Eburacum and Deva are. So we're recruiting in Londinium and Samarobriva. Let's just end the turn and hope we don't get attacked, please. I'm particularly looking at the Brutii and the Julii, and neither seem to do anything. Good. Okay, so as for Samarobriva, I think, you know what, I think we should bring most of these troops out of Samarobriva. Let's bring all of these guys out. The general, Sinon of Itius Portis, can stay there. But these guys are going to join Casticos of Arausio in going north. Okay, so this is the force we have. They can't really move much further up north because they've already travelled. So we'll do one more bit of recruiting and then we'll get the army moving up further. And I'm just looking at Samarobriva, these wonderful forest warband. Perhaps the best missile archer unit in the whole game. I mean, definitely one of the elite archer units. It's one of the big advantages we have as Gaul. And not only do they have a missile attack of 14, but they have a melee attack of 14 and a defense of 10. Excellent morale, long-range missiles. I mean, even as a sort of normal unit, forget the missile attack, they're pretty decent. But with the long-range missiles, they're fantastic. The only downside is they do cost 2 turns to recruit. But I think Samarobriva could do with some archers, and we've not used any so far, so I'm going to go for it. And then next turn we'll start moving up. Again, hopefully nobody attacking us in the meantime would be nice. Okay, good. So, the rebels I don't think will be too difficult to deal with, because rebel units aren't that strong in general, unless you're attacking a certain settlement up here. So, I think what we'll do is, we'll bring Casticos of Arausio, and we'll bring the normal swordsman. We'll keep the chosen swordsman in Londinium because we want to have a little bit of force in Londinium. It's a very important settlement and we don't want a surprise attack like what happened in Tara. I don't want to make that mistake again. I think this is enough. The money situation is great, so if we do need a few extra troops, we can get mercenaries, but these mercenaries are pretty garbage. So I think Casticos can go up here, start making his way to Eburacum, please. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, something did happen. The Julii have... Okay, this is a bit of a... I think you could say a spanner in the works. Oh my goodness. Captain Decimus is about to decimate our army, and I'm not talking about 1/10. I'm talking a full... Is that... Urban cohorts, yes. Okay. These are the type of armies we're going to be dealing with. So I imagine this army's probably come from Tara, or perhaps somewhere over here. Wow, what an army. I mean, no general, but it's full stack and it's containing units like urban cohorts, and they're going to be coming from Londinium in one turn. Is there anything we can do about that? Do we bring Casticos back down? But these troops aren't that great anyway. As for Londinium, we've got a bit of force, but nothing anywhere near good enough to deal with that. Okay, I'm wondering, we know we can get infantry troops to Londinium in one turn. These Forester Warband may be thrown into the fire straight away. I'm not going to abandon Samarobriva. I'm going to keep recruiting in there. There is an army coming over here as well, by the way, Vibius Cassianum. And I imagine there's some very good units in there as well. So, yeah, the Romans are coming, and this is what we expected, to be honest. But as for the moment, there's no imminent threat to Samarobriva as far as I can see. It would take these guys a couple of turns to get over at the very least. I mean, their movement points are pretty garbage in that region. So, I think, with all of that being said, we're going to try and defend Londinium. Let's get the boat here. Let's get you guys on the boat and get you in Londinium. That's still probably not enough to defeat that Julii army. That's how crazy the Julii are. Yeah, I think we've just got to end the turn, but I'm pretty sure Captain Decimus is about to attack Londinium, and this is not enough force to deal with Urban Cohort. Alright, let's end the turn. I'm particularly looking at the Julii. Yes, as predicted. And they've decided to... The arrogance. They've just... I mean, are we... God, they even have good... Yeah, they even have Queen Karim's. Tough, tough. Yeah, this stage of the game is tough. Okay, we'll just stay here for the moment. Okay. So, diplomacy. Well, I would quite like a ceasefire. Thrace got one somehow. But as for now, let's have an easy battle to start off the episode, which is Eburacum, and you can see that we have less troops, but it's still very much in our favour. So Casticos, his second battle, the first time he tried to take Eburacum, he failed, but that was against a better force than this, and I mean, basic warband rubbish, peasants are beyond rubbish, chariots are okay, but I'm not a big fan of chariots in Rome Total War, I'm not that scared by them. So hopefully we can have a nice start in Eburacum, and even if the Romans take Londinium, we've still got some sort of victory, even if it's a Pyrrhic victory. So let's get started. So the plan for this is going to be a pretty simple battle, really. We're just going to attack from two sides with the ram on each side, and I think it's going to be pretty easy. One-on-one, all our troops are superior to their troops. It shouldn't be too much of a difficulty, I think. Okay, one of the gates is knocked down already. Nice. Well, we have 3 units of swordsmen against 2 units of warband. I think we should be completely fine just to charge in, to be honest. But we'll keep Casticos around. Where is he, by the way? Yeah, you can come around for morale support. On the other side, exactly the same thing's happening. I mean, they've got their chariots. Okay, so we're breaking them down here. You can see we're pushing them back. This unit's losing. This unit is shaken. I mean, it's a little bit pathetic. I should have done the. I'm going to blow the horn. I should have done the war cry. The warband seems to be doing ridiculously well, and this unit might break at some point. Okay, finally the rebels broke. Good. And this unit will break any second. This unit of warband, crazy. If it was my unit of warband, they would have broken straight away. They've been wavering for ages. Eventually they break. But after they've lost so many men. And these guys are charging back once they're wavering. That doesn't look like a unit that's wavering to me. Madness. So these guys are done what rebels tend to do. Sorry, not rebels. Barbarians tend to do and just charge for no reason. Don't know. Yeah, you see, this unit's here. The other unit's all the way up there. So they might break now because of that. Because they've just decided to charge for no reason. Very annoying. Get back here. And they broke. Well done. Well done, you idiots. Okay, so the plan is the 3 decent units of warband will stand here. And then we'll just have the cabin behind as a sort of last backup plan. This was the army that was meant to go back and defeat the Julii, by the way. Yeah, they can barely beat a group of rebels. Very annoying. I think we're ready to do the war cry and then charge in, please. This is not much of a charge, guy. Why are you running backwards? Come on, charge forward. You've just done the war cry. We have it for 30 seconds. These chariots are really annoying me now. Get out the way. We have a job to do. And I'm tempted to run the general in as well. But what's going on? Run into the plaza, please. Oh my goodness, Casticos is going right in there. Okay, let's not do that. They're not being very responsive today. Would you mind getting out of there, please? Okay, we're steady. I'm going to blow the horn. Like Cav, really would rather you not charge in like that. Run out. Because you're going to break and then you're going to hurt the other units. Okay, we're now eager. Or steady. We just dropped down to steady just as I said that. But I think we are just about going to win this. But this should have been much easier than it was. And yeah, it looks like we have finally ground our way through. Bit of a chaotic battle. I wanted it to be much easier. I hope the Battle of Deva will be easier. I think there are less troops in Deva. They got too many kills. Hopefully we'll recover some of our kills and we can retrain the troops. I'm now more worried about Londinium, to be honest. But let's see the situation in Eburacum first. So Eburacum is ours. We will exterminate them because I think we need the money. And that is Casticos' his first victory. So well done to him. Very good. We can actually put Deva under siege straight away, but I don't think we have enough troops really to do that, to be honest. So I think we'll be patient. We'll retrain for a turn. We'll recruit a nice unit of chosen swordsmen, proper unit, and then next turn we'll put Deva under siege. Okay, that's all we can do. End the turn. I think the Julii are going to attack straight away, and I think we're about to lose Londinium, which is the really big thing. He's coming over. He's definitely coming towards Samarobriva. Thankfully, he's taking a long time. The Julii don't attack immediately. I don't know how I feel about that. It does give us more time to recruit troops. Okay, I'm going to move out. I'm going to put Deva under siege. I don't think there's much in there. We'll have a look in a second. Okay, so the Brutii... Okay, so there's a few things that happened there. We have a new general, which I'm going to take just because he's heavy cavalry, to be honest. Also, their sieges killing some of our troops, which is a bit annoying. So, Bricham of Savannah, superior commander who looks decent. Unfortunately, I think he's going to be... Yeah, he's going to be in Samarobriva, not Londinium. The Julii are still not attacking us, which is a bit annoying as well. I would, you know, are they trying to force us to sally forth? I don't know. Vibius hasn't taken the most direct route to Samarobriva, which is giving us more time to recruit, which is nice. We can also go for Deva now. We do have the advantage even without mercenaries. So I think, yeah, let's see how we do without those extra mercenaries. The situation up here is fine. But yeah, I'm more worried about Londinium. I think we're going to lose it, unfortunately. Here we are, very, very small settlement. The plan is going to be almost identical to last time, but we only have one ram this time, and I can't be bothered to be doing multiple entrances anyway. We're just going to storm in through the front door. Okay, the door is broken down. I'm not going for the war cry yet. I think that's a waste of a good war cry. Instead, I'm just going to charge in. I'm pretty confident that 4 units of swordsmen can beat 1 unit of warband. They do, good, very nice, okay. So I think we should just honestly start marching up towards the plaza, I think, no messing around. Okay, somebody is coming over, wait a second. Yeah, I think the general is about to charge. So, I don't know what one of the units is doing all the way over there. It's a bit annoying, but just get into position quickly, boys. I think, yeah, the rebel general is about to, okay, do that war cry and just charge him. And get my general in as well. Unfortunately, this unit has decided, nope, I don't feel like playing today, so they're just going to stand all the way over there, do nothing. Fine. We'll get my general around the back. Rebel general isn't very strong, I don't think. Okay, just charge in, Casticos. You're not really doing this the most efficient way. But once the general is down, I think that's pretty much game over for the rebels. And we're all eager, good. There's a unit of rubbish coming in at the back. Fine, just take them out and they're broken open. Good. Okay, we killed their general. One of our units is right. Stop. I'm pressing. Okay, just charge the plaza. I'm getting a bit tired of this now. They're not really cooperating today. I think we'll be fine. Their units are rubbish, even if they are on the plaza. We can do the war cry, so we may as well do it and then charge.
me flee from
Okay,
the
we'll end the
field like
battle.
fright-
Again, we took more losses than I would have liked,
No more. The
but
enemy are in full flight.
it's inevitable, I guess. The good thing is we do have another settlement, so we've technically gained 2 settlements so far, but they were very easy settlements. They're very underdeveloped settlements, and we're about to lose at least one very good settlement in Londinium, which is a bit annoying. So, yeah, we'll just exterminate these people. I'm not in the mood to be messing around today, and we can't even retrain the troops here. Fantastic. So they're going to have to leave Deva and go to Eburacum first, and then come down. Now, they've got rid of the blockade on Londinium, meaning technically I actually can transport some troops from Samarobriva to Londinium, some more, potentially even this general as well, which would be quite nice. And then maybe we could pick up a couple of mercenaries, then all of a sudden Londinium is starting to look a bit more full. This guy is not being particularly efficient in coming over to Samarobriva, so I'm not too worried about keeping it undefended, but obviously I'd rather not. There are urban cohort in this army, and we don't know what else is around. So I think I'm going to take a risk. If I can, I'm going to try and bring these troops over to Londinium and just keep Signon of Itius Portis into Samarobriva, and then obviously just keep recruiting. You 4 get on the ship, and yeah, just stand right next to Londinium. And when the Romans attack, you can run in and go straight to the plaza. As for the ship itself, I mean, just go in the port. They can't attack you in the port. And you know what? The mercenaries are rubbish, but their bodies, and on the plaza they'll have infinite morale. I mean, they're really not great, but they'll do something, I hope. So I'm going to, but we have a ton of money. I'm going to do it. And we're going to need every single troop we've got. So now the combination of this plus this doesn't look quite so bad if we just camp on the plaza, but it's still not great. Obviously, we're recruiting everywhere we can. And yeah, let's just end the turn. Okay, Brutii, so there's another Brutii army fairly near Samarobriva. But this guy's, yeah, he's not desperate to attack. This guy may attack. I mean, this is just a sort of a sort of backup throwaway army that the Brutii have hanging around. It happens to be a sort of, I bet it's pretty strong, let's put it that way. Oh. What happened to the Julii? They left Londinium. That very much suits us. Yeah, they're all on here. Wow, it's a shame we don't have a really powerful navy. Imagine we could have just sunk that ship. But that suits us very well. No, this is a fantastic scenario. So I'm trying to work out, if we did create a big army, where would we go to attack next? And we need to be aggressive because, as I say, the Romans are just pumping out huge armies after huge armies. They have so much territory, so much more territory than us. Actually, I'll show you, some of you might be interested, the stats. Here are the stats of the remaining Roman factions and us. So overall ranking, you can see they're all way higher than us. The Scipii are doing slightly better than the Brutii now. Julii are a bit behind. Military, so this is where we are, all the way down here. They've just got vastly more military power than us. Production, again, way more production than us. Territory, we've risen a little bit, of course, but I mean, look, the Scipii have over 30 territories, and we have what, 4, sorry. Finances, not too much difference at the moment. Population overall, so yeah, we're way behind basically. So we need to keep attacking. So over here in Alesia, there's not much, but there is a decent sized army around here that's kind of looking a bit threatening. Condate Redonum actually has... Condate Redonum is under siege. By who? Ah, it's Rebel. That's a shame we didn't... that's a shame we couldn't take it when it was Rebel. I imagine the Julii or the Brutii will definitely take it. Yep, so this is the plan. All of these guys are coming down towards Londinium. We're going to retrain some of the troops here, make sure they're up to top shape, and we'll recruit another unit of chosen swordsmen. Over here, same thing, just spam out the chosen swordsmen at the moment. I think that's what we've got to do. But we're going to start collecting a little army and thinking either about going to Condate Redonum, potentially Alesia. This region looks a little bit dodgy. I don't know exactly what's going on around here. I'm actually wondering, let's just quickly bring our general here and build a watchtower. So we can actually see Alesia now. Yeah, really not much in Alesia, so that's a possibility as well. But yeah, Sinan, get inside Samarobriva if you don't mind. Okay, so we're going to end the turn, and yeah, that's the basic plan of what's going on. Okay, big Brutii army coming over. Yep, tough. Okay, we're back under blockade, and the Julii could very easily put us back under siege as well, but it's not a disaster so far. Let me think for a second. So what's this army? Captain Decius, just another army with Praetorian cohort and full stack, not even managed by a general, coming over to us, presumably in Samarobriva. And there's a force near Alesia. Fantastic. Did the Romans have not taken the rebel settlement yet. Okay, fine. So this is now the army of Casticos of Arausio. In Londinium we have some scraps. Obviously we're going to keep recruiting in all of these settlements as much as we can. Samarobriva is also going to be recruiting. But my general plan is to get troops over to Samarobriva, and then either we'll have to defend one of these settlements, or perhaps both, or we can start thinking of going towards Condate Redonum. There's not much we can do without a ship, however. So yeah, Navy is being recruited in Samarobriva as we speak. But yeah, basically it's just recruiting everywhere and doing as much as we can in that respect. I particularly want to see the Romans' next move. Yep, I thought that was coming. He just moves over there, fine. Julii don't do anything. So what have we got here? We've got a rebel, quite a nice rebel army over there. Well, that's not going to be a threat to us. The Romans still haven't taken this settlement here. Fine, they might just be waiting for them to sally forth. Richest faction is us. Wow, I've turned the economy around. We're the richest faction. Considering the financial crisis we were in at the beginning, I think that, I don't know, I think the government should hire me. I think Greece should hire me. So I think what we need to do is we need to bring the army of Casticos to Samarobriva and have them stand outside of Samarobriva, so that Captain Decius over here, if he attacks, he's got to deal with basically what's a full stack army once the other guys come into Samarobriva. I think that's all we can do. As much as I would like to attack Condate Redonum, I don't think we can at the moment. I think we need to defend what we've got. And we can defend Samarobriva. We've got enough troops, I think. So, bring these guys over. There are some mercenaries. There are 5 units of mercenaries. It's going to be expensive, but I think we just need every single unit we can get. Now, these guys won't be attacking the Romans. They'll probably be going back to Samarobriva. Sorry, Londinium. They'll probably be going back to Londinium. But we just need men. We just need an army. Like, I don't care even if they're garbage. They can sit on the plaza in Londinium with infinite morale. So I'm going to buy them. The monetary situation is not looking too bad. We just saw a second ago I'm the richest faction. So, you know. Yeah, you guys get back on the boat. And go to Londinium. And suddenly Londinium is looking a little bit better defended, which is nice. Okay, as for Casticos, I think what we'll do is just get him here. If this guy wants to attack Samarobriva, he's going to have to take down all of these troops. That's quite a lot to deal with, I think. Hopefully he attacks soon as well. Let's end the turn. Okay, some movements in Alesia, some movements from the Brutii. Julii put Londinium back under siege. Interesting. So we now have 2 settlements under siege by the Romans. So I think no chance of us taking Condate Redonum for the moment. So the the Brutii did take it, but that's a very small garrison. I'd love to have Condate Redonum, but I just don't think it's practical at the moment when we're on the defense. I could wait one more turn. See if Captain Decius attacks now. He's got his equipment, so he might attack now, and then I think he would definitely lose that. On the open field, I don't fancy our chances as much. I'm going to wait one more turn. Okay, I made the right decision. The Brutii are attacking Samarobriva. So, well, this is the big battle. Actually quite excited for this. It's a big battle in a big city. This is the sort of, in terms of scale, the biggest defense we've done so far. So, we have 2 armies. We have the army inside the city, Sinon of Itius Portus, who is our faction leader. 46 heavy cavalry is nothing to be sniffed at, and he has 2 extra units of chosen swordsmen that are quite well trained and experienced, which is good. As for Casticos of Arausio, he's not terrible either, actually. He's turned into a decent commander, nothing amazing. His army consists of, we can't see it, but basically it's a lot of chosen swordsmen and a unit of Forester Warband. What the plan is, hold these guys off for as long as we can, get Casticos's army to run into the city and just try and defend Samarobriva. I'm pretty confident about this one. The game says it's 1-1, but we have the advantage of the walls, and that's a pretty big advantage actually. So if we get a victory here, and a good victory, then we might just be able to get back in time to save Londinium, or potentially what I really want to do, which is move forward against Condate Redonum. So big battle, I'm excited for this one, let's go. Hey, here we are in Samarobriva. We have looked at this city before. Now it's unfortunate the Forester Warband aren't in this aren't in the city already. It would be quite nice to have them up here. So what am I thinking? Because if I had the full army in the city already, I'd put some guys on the walls. I'd have the Forester Warband, but I think there's no chance of us holding the walls because the other army. Our army is going to be coming in from over here, the main bulk of our defensive force, and there's no way they can get up onto the walls on time. So I think having these 1 or 2 units on the walls, they're just going to die because there's no way they can face all of that. In terms of what they've got in siege equipment, pretty basic stuff, ladders, rams, ladders. So it's going to take them a little while to get on the walls, and hopefully our towers can do a bit of damage. But as much as I would like to fight on the walls, I think that would be more interesting. I think this battle we're going to have to fight on the plaza because the reinforcements are just coming from too far away. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the infantry at the front, our general right at the back. That general is like a last resort, really, I think. And then the most important part is, yes, the beautiful reinforcements. So the reinforcements are, yes, they're coming from the other side. They hopefully should have plenty of time to get on the plaza. It's going to take the Romans a little bit of time to get here. So I'm going to set everything up. Now, I'd rather these guys not have to sprint to come in. We'll have to monitor how quickly the Romans are getting into position, however. But the final product should look a bit like that. 2 lines of good heavy infantry and some Forester Warband with infinite morale. I like our chances here. I'm going to run. I'm not risking it, them not getting to the plaza in time. So our reinforcements are making their way in. They're going to be pretty tired. Yeah, they're going to be pretty tired by the time they make it to the plaza. But we're starting from further away. Okay, so we've got into position just in time. Yeah, we did have to run. These guys are very tired. And some of them, yeah, tired, very tired. But there wasn't much we can do about that. We are being fired upon a little bit. Okay, Forester Warband, you can fire back. I want all the infantry. Actually, I want everyone on defensive mode. But this is going to be pretty hard to break down. And in terms of how many we've killed of them, already 15%. And we've not really engaged properly. What are these guys? Velite Gladiators. I don't think we need to waste arrows on them. 1 Velite Gladiator. 1 Velite Gladiator. Not broken. Just on his own. Not only carrying a sword, but carrying a flag as well. Very impressive. So what are they leading with? Early Legionary Cohort. Praetorian Cohort. Roman Cavalry. 1 Velite Gladiator. Completely on his own. I've got to keep track of this little guy here. I mean, not sure if this is bravery or stupidity. He's just going straight for the flag, I think. Yeah, that is, I've got... He's not even running directly at the Gauls either. They should make a movie out of this guy. Wow. Oh, he's going for it. Go on. No, he's just standing there. It's a one-on-one. Yeah, that's... He broke, okay. Yeah, this is the difficulty about the Romans. They're going to fire in their Pila before they charge. Should we do the war cry? I don't think we need to do the war cry quite yet. This is not the toughest unit. And the early legionary cohort already shaken. We're doing quite well. Of course, we're not going to be shaken at all. Well, even if we are shaken, we're not going to rout at all. I'm going to wait until the main bulk come in, until I could probably use my cav a bit more to get around the back. We've already got 2 units broken, that's quite nice, and they're charging in. Okay, we've got some units coming in. These aren't the strongest units in the world. They've just charged right in. We might need to get our cav helping out here, I think. I think we've got to go for it. The Roman cavalry is wavering. Broken, good. Maybe we can get around the back of these guys as well. Velite gladiators. Battle's already turning into a bit of a mess, but it's not too bad. Verte Gladiators wavering. Maybe we can get the early legionary cohort down as well. We've got another unit broken of the Brutii. Good. We're completely surrounding one of these units. Their Praetorian cohort probably should get back now, guys. You've done a good job, Heavy Cav. Now let the frontline infantry deal with it. Good. This is not going too well for the Romans so far. Quite a few units are broken. Praetorian cohort are firing in their peeler and they're now going to charge. Early legionary cohort, Praetorians. Where are the urban cohort? I swear this army had urban cohort. A little bit worried about them because they are chunky units. But generally we're holding up quite well. If we can do another war cry, maybe now would be the time. But I'm kind of thinking actually getting the heavy cav around the back would be the optimal thing here. Let's charge into the back. Bang. That didn't really do as much as I wanted to. Get out of there, guys. You don't really want a general to die. Okay, that was probably a bit too ambitious of me. Just get at the back. Get at the back. Okay, I think we need to get the second line of infantry coming in. We need a bit of backup. Not the cav, for goodness sake. Not the cav. It's so hard to select things in this game. Not the cav. The main line infantry. And maybe you can come around the back. And just start to try and get a mass route going. We're holding up well. I think these guys need to charge in now. And we've got a couple of units broken. Good. We're getting more units broken. Fantastic. Good. There seems to be a bit of routing going on here. Some strong units breaking as well. We're going to take a few losses, no doubt. Let's get the cav coming around the side here. Yep, more units are breaking. Fantastic. You want to get as many of these Romans down as possible as well. Yeah, they're breaking. Yeah, they're all collapsing. Good. In terms of the amount killed, 68%. I would like to get up to 80%. I think that's the point where the whole army disappears. The front line's looking a bit weak, so I'm going to swap out these troops for the troops behind them. Okay, a unit of legionary cohort come in. I think they're going to break pretty quickly, however. They already look like they're on the brink of wavering. And they do break. We'll hunt them down. It just seems to now be the odd unit charging in and breaking pretty quickly. So I think we've pretty much got this. Okay, 2 units of Praetorian cohort could cause a little bit of trouble over on this side. I'm going to get some of my extra units coming in. One of the units is broken, and I think it's not going to take long for this unit to be broken as well. Yep, there we go, good. This battle is going on for so long, the weather has actually changed. Remarkable. You see, the game shouldn't do this. They shouldn't be allowed to do this, where they just have one unit that's not broken, just standing there doing nothing. It's just a bit silly, in my opinion. You know, it's a waste of time, really. I'm going to charge forward. Nearly all of their units are broken. But I shouldn't have to charge forward. At this point, the game should just say, okay, you've won. You know, just retreat all the troops. There must be one unit of Brutii out there somewhere that's not broken. Okay, finally, good. Well, a fantastic, resounding victory. 1,245 kills to 460. We can repair the troops here pretty much immediately. That couldn't have gone any better. It shows the power of being on the plaza, really. And thank goodness we had those extra reinforcement troops. I hope for another resounding victory in Londinium. I'm not sure, however. And the Brutii do have reinforcements coming over, of course. The Julii don't attack Londinium immediately. Fine. So here's the situation in Samarobriva. There are troops that are going to be coming here soon. I mean, these armies are coming. No general as far as I can see, however. Faction announcements. Sign Novitius Portis is becoming very good. +1 morale. Fantastic. And the money situation is okay. It's not fantastic. But yeah, this army is a bit battered. I think they can't be leaving anytime soon. I think we do need to retrain most of the troops before we even think about moving out. That's just the sensible thing. I do really want to take Condate Redonum, whose walls are broken as well. Maybe we could just bring a little force out there. We could just bring a little army. bring the strongest troops out of Samarobriva and go towards Condate Redonum, and the rest can stay in and defend. It's going to take a turn or two for them to get over as well. So I think the stronger of the two generals, which is Sinon of Itius Portish, should come out. I mean, I think this army should be enough, surely, to deal with just 2 units of the Roman, of the Brutii, right? We'll bring the Forester Warband as well, why not? We'll bring 2 extra units. I think this should be enough. So these guys are going to head towards Condate Redonum, and we'll avoid the rebel army. We'll build a watchtower so we can see. Doesn't look like there's much towards Condate Redonum. It's going to take 2 turns to get over, however, so a little bit annoying. Okay, let's end the turn. And the Julii do indeed attack Londinium. Now, I don't think there was anything we could have done about that. Unfortunately, this unit couldn't get over in time. And you can see the numbers are pretty even, almost identical, but obviously they've got the far superior troops. And including a unit of urban cohorts, yes. So they have urban cohort, we have a lot of units of barbarian mercenaries, more than I actually realised. So there really wasn't much we could do about this. We couldn't defend Samarobriva and Londinium both at the same time, and we do stand a little bit of a chance. We do have a couple of units of chosen swordsmen on the outside waiting to come in, which is nice. Look, if we can't defend Londinium for the 3rd time, which is what it will be, we just got to kill as many Romans as we can in the process, I think. But yeah, unfortunate, but we couldn't defend both. I decided to prioritise Samarobriva, and I don't regret it. Let's kill as many Romans as we can. You know what the tactic is going to be. It's going to be camping on the plaza. Basically, it's a matter of packing the troops on the plaza. Let's see how that goes. Okay, look, that's a lot of troops, to be fair. We'll have the cab over here. They can be doing some charges, like I said. And we have 2 extra units of chosen swordsmen coming in from a direction, I think this somewhere over here. So all these guys are going to be on defensive mode. We don't want them running off the plaza. And we'll start the battle. Okay, so the Julii are just showing off. They used ballistas, I think, to take down one of the walls, and they're just charging in through that one wall. Don't blame them. Okay, so the Romans are coming up the path, leading with the legionary cavalry, archer auxilia. I mean, yeah, they're good units. They're very good units. Okay, they're charging in. I've used the war cry. These guys are taking ages. You know, those 2 units of... really, please, hurry up, okay? We actually would like those 2 units of heavy, of chosen swordsmen. Okay, well, that's a good start. Legionary cavalry broke. Good. Very nice. They did barely any damage. That's a rather good start. But they have killed more of us than we've killed of them so far. Please hurry up. These 2 units are not doing their job. Hurry up. Okay, well, here comes a decent amount of the Roman force. I'd rather not get my cav too involved unless I have to. Of course, I can go around the back and charge, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be quite difficult to do without getting my general killed. But the Romans are going to take their time here, I think. And then they do eventually charge, and they're eager. Praetorian cohort against barbarian mercenaries. What do you expect? Okay, let's get a cav charge in. I think now's the time. Chosen swordsman, please get to the front and do some fighting. We actually need you on the plaza before everything collapses. They've taken ages and ages to get over here. Okay, this cav charge is going to do nothing, so just don't worry about that. How are the Praetorian? Yeah, they're still eager. Urban cohort as well, you know, just for good measure. I think we do need to get our cav involved before things completely collapse. The urban cohort are eager. I mean, them on their own are going to be very difficult to take down. This is a bit of a mess. Yeah, bit of a mess. You guys may as well come a bit forward. Just nobody get off the plaza is the important thing. And they're just going to grind us down. Don't particularly want my general to die, so get out of there. And this cab unit can get out of there as well. I mean, the general's going to die either way probably, but better he stays alive for a bit longer. And they're just pushing their way through, and there's not really much I can do about it. I can't even get around the back because there's just going to be other units that are going to attack me. This unit of chosen swordsmen is doing nothing. They're just standing at the back. I don't know if we've killed a single one of the urban cohort, and they're eager. There's no way. I honestly think the urban cohort on their own could have got us. Seriously, I think the urban cohort probably would have been enough to take us down. I think this general's going to die either way, so we may as well die with glory. Sound the horn, why not? Not that I don't think it's going to make much difference. But we are just being broken down at this point. I'll do the war cry again. You do the war cry. Yeah, you've already done it. Good. Okay, general, get out of there. 2 units of heavy cavalry. I think he's going to die. Oh, no, he's still there. The last one remaining. Good. Okay, well, just stand there and look cool. But yeah, this is over. This is over. We've killed... yeah, this is just a tough Julii army. Now, we've got 1 unit routing. Unless we get a mass rout here, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, whatever. General, look, mate, you're going to die. You didn't have a long career. I'm sorry, I kind of condemned you to death. Die with a bit of glory. Go on. Yeah, that's it. Cool, I like a general dying with a bit of honour. That's fantastic. Even if he's going to lose, he wasn't going to be a coward. Yeah, I think he got a couple of Romans down. Good job. And yeah, this is over. I think that 1 unit of urban cohort could have probably taken the army out anyway, to be honest. Londinium isn't the most valuable settlement. It's going to be difficult to get this back, however, unless the Julii just abandon it, which they may well do. We need to make sure we keep Eburacum and Deva if we can, though. Even though they're not that valuable, we need to make sure this doesn't happen again. But unfortunately, if you ask me to choose between Londinium and Samarobriva, I'm choosing Samarobriva every day. It's the far better settlement. We didn't even get 200 kills. Most of them will be recovered very quickly. And if we take Condate Redonum, which is kind of the plan at this point, then that could be quite nice. Naval battle, we're going to lose this. They have a Quinquereme. Yeah, fine, whatever. The ship coming in that direction actually might be quite useful. That's a bit annoying. Not much we can do about it, however. So, okay. Rebel army standing very close to Samarobriva. I mean, you can try. I don't know really what's going on there. Heroic death. It was a heroic death. Sorry that you died so young, mate, but it happens, I'm afraid. So, Londinium is occupied. You can't really do much now. You may as well just go back up to Eburacum, I think, and just make sure that doesn't get taken. We'll keep recruiting that region, obviously. Samarobriva, there are troops coming in that general direction, but nothing too close by that I'm that concerned. So I think probably we've got to head towards Condate Redonum and take that. In terms of mercenaries, there's a few, but I don't think I'm going to worry about mercenaries too much at this point. After that last battle, they really didn't do that well. So first things first, let's walk over towards Condate Redonum, see if we can get a look at it. 2 units, hopefully they don't recruit another, hopefully they don't recruit a unit of urban cohort, that would be not very nice. Well, actually, there's not much more we can do. Obviously, we're going to be recruiting everywhere, including, most importantly, Samarobriva. Unfortunately, we lost the settlement. We actually have got a net gain of 1 settlement, however. It's going to be interesting to see what the Julii do next. The good thing is, the Julii don't have a lot of force in this region, so this is really the only army they've got in the area, but it is good. It is a good army. But yeah, I'm not desperately concerned about Samarobriva at the moment. We're just going to keep recruiting, keep doing our thing there, and move towards Condate Redonum. Let's end the turn. Was it the rebels putting us under siege? You know what? Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Brutii. How did they get over so quickly? Wow. Captain Flavius, with a good army, has got over very quickly. And there's an army chasing us over here as well. This campaign might be coming to an end. How did they get over there? Seriously. Like, just teleported out of nowhere. Because I didn't see any Brutii ships in the region. How did they get so many troops over here just quickly like that? We had a watchtower over here. I don't know, what is your movement? Are you doing something? A little bit suspicious of that. Okay, well, we have a choice, of course. Let's see what this army of Augustus Calvinus is. Same as what we've seen before, I think. But I think probably we just need to go over to Condate Redonum. And even if we said, okay, we're going to come back and defend Samarobriva, we've still got to contend with the army of Augustus Calvinus, who I think would beat us in the open field as well. Okay, well, let's put Condate Redonum under siege. We can't attack it now. As for Samarobriva, I'm a little bit worried about it, to be honest. I'm a bit worried that we just simply don't have enough troops. Have I spread myself too thin? Should I have not gone for Condate Redonum? Are we just going to simply swap Samarobriva for Condate Redonum? Quite possibly. Let's end the turn for what I think will probably be the final time for today. Let's see if we can end the episode on a W by taking Condate Redonum at the very least. I'm concerned. Money's not looking great either, by the way. Okay, well, the Brutii don't do anything. There's just more and more armies. Crazy, yeah. It's just, we just simply don't have enough men. We even had the money. We even had the money to recruit, but we didn't have the amount of settlements that we needed to recruit lots of men. So we can attack Condate Redonum, which is nice. Let's look at what they've actually got in there. I didn't even look, by the way. Okay. 2 units of urban cohort. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. We'll look at that in a minute. Okay. Genuinely, I'm afraid of taking Condate Redonum because 2 units of urban cohort on the plaza, infinite morale. We possibly could do it if we surrounded them, but it's going to be really, really tough. We could, on the other hand, auto-resolve it. Now, this is, I mean, I don't think this is cheating. It's not cheating. I mean, auto-resolve is a function of the game. And we're probably going to take a lot more losses than we would otherwise by doing it, but it does pretty much guarantee victory. So I'm going to auto-resolve the battle. I've given myself so many handicaps in this series that if I want to auto-resolve a battle like this, I think that's fair personally. And hey, we may well lose it. It was a clear victory. They did get 109 kills. I don't know how many they would have got anyway. I don't know. Maybe some people won't like me doing that, but I think we would have won anyway. And yeah, like I say, the situation is so ridiculously against us. We do need to exterminate them. We're actually not getting a lot of money from it either, but we do get Condate Redonum, which is good, and it does mean it's another place we can recruit from. Unfortunately, Samarobriva, that situation's not looking good. Tough army. 2 units of urban 4 units of urban cohort. I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion we're going to lose Samarobriva. I think I just think that's ridiculous. I don't think there's much we can do to contend against that. So I'm going to end the episode here. Type in the comments what you would do in this situation. It's an interesting situation. Thank goodness we have managed to take Condate Redonum. I think it would be a disaster if not. Are we just going to have to say, okay, we'll start again over here and go down to Londinium? The irony is, our position in the map is starting to look like the original Gaul position if we sort of relocate down here. Some island challenge campaign this is, but we will retake Ireland at some point, I'm sure. So I'm going to end it here. Type in the comments what you think your advice would be for this situation, and I'll see what I can do. But it's a very, very tricky situation. I've done my best, and it's actually not a disaster. Yes, we've lost Londinium. We did gain Condate Redonum. That is actually better. If this army wasn't here, I'd be very, very happy at this. But unfortunately, it's not gone perfectly. But what are you going to do? So that's enough talking. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.